I'm Sue Nikki, and I am with the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension. Occasionally work with Corey, not often, but sometimes. And I work with Aurora Buffington, who's been here for other lessons that you've done, or other demos that you've done. It's my pleasure to come out today and talk to you about healthy snacking. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, some of the, what we're going to do is have you all create one snack, and then everybody will get to taste all of them. And I will also create one, but the way I'm doing mine, you're all going to have to do it too. So anyway, just to make you even more confused. But before we start making any of the foods that we're going to have, I'd like to talk more about snacking and some of the things that we choose for snacks. I brought with me this little worksheet on facing the facts. And facing the facts, I'm talking about the nutrition facts label that you find on every packaged food that we buy. So we're going to look a little bit at the nutrition facts label that is on different foods. We're going to compare a few of them that I brought along. And then we're going to talk about other snacks as well. This is Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I brought this because a lot of the kids at our schools love these things, yeah. and so I wanted to bring Takis because that is a snack that a lot of them buy. I had never even heard of it before, but I guess it's kind of like a cheese twist, only it's not cheesy, it's just real spicy. And they are pretty doggone high in sodium. Fat content is about normal for any of these snacks. I also brought Lay's chips because nobody can eat just one. Some Cheez-Its because crackers seem to be a healthy choice, so we'll look at these. Milky Way bar. People like our good old candy bar. Yeah. I've got some Oreo cookies here. These are the golden Oreos. There's also chocolate. This is empty, sorry. And just a little pack of fruit snacks also.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out the ratio in that thing.
Yeah, we'd like to look at the snacks that are in some of these foods. So, or some of the contents of these different foods. So that's what this little Facing the Facts worksheet is about. If you want, I'm going to give you like pairs or trios or something, one of each of these for you to look at. We're going to look at the nutrition facts label, and we're going to kind of answer some of these questions that are on here about the label that's on your particular package, okay? So, and I did bring pencils, just in case. No excuses.
Bet you felt me do that.
Who else needs a pencil? Need a pencil, sir?
We need a worksheet and pencil for Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, anybody have a preference to which snack they want? Flamin' Hot. You went which? The Flamin' Hot? Okay.
I'll have the golden Oreos.
Trying to work as a group. Okay, the Oreos.
Oh, that's cool. Empty boxes.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, they're already combining with the new food label.
Checking out the Flaming Hot
Oh,
Cheetos.
that's so bad.
You want to do the Milky Way?
Oreo.
What's that?
You look at this when it comes back empty.
No consequences.
But I like how we have this empty box of Oreos.
Yes. I had a feeling that might be important to you. You guys gonna work together for that? All right. So you can write the name of your food on your paper.
Lemon hot Cheetos.
Hang on, we'll go through it. Okay? What we're going to do is just kind of look at the food that we have, the snack food that we have. Now, when we eat snack foods, often we just grab whatever's closest and kind of have that food.
Like buffets.
But sometimes, is it though? We need to start thinking about the kinds of foods that we're eating, even for a snack, because the foods that we eat affect how our bodies feel. And so every time we eat anything, it's going to have some kind of an impact on our body. It might be a healthy impact where you're getting lots of vitamins and minerals. It's going to help heal your body or help your body to fight off diseases. Or it could be an unhealthy impact where it's going to help clog our arteries, possibly contribute to getting diabetes, possibly high blood pressure, any of those kinds of things. So every food that we eat or drink, doesn't matter if it's a beverage or if it's a solid food, every single one that we eat has some kind of an impact on our body, whether it's healthy or not so healthy. So that's why I want us to start looking at the foods that we're eating, thinking about the foods that we're eating. That's the idea of this. So you can write down the name of the food that you're doing on your paper if you want to. You don't have to. Okay. You can just kind of follow along if you'd like. So the first one is, do you usually eat the amount that is shown as one serving, or do you usually eat more? If you look at your package, it will have an area on the nutrition facts label that tells you what a serving is and how many servings are in a package of the food. So can everybody see that on your label? The candy bar is a little different from most because it's such a small package. They just write it all in a line rather than having the little chart on it. So can you all find the
we have 65%.
okay. So
65 grams.
That's the fat, that's right. Okay, up here. Okay, we're looking up here. So your serving size is one package. Now, would you normally eat one package of Cheez-Its?
I doubt it. That's one.
Probably eat half of it?
About half, yes.
Yeah, okay. And some of them, though, will suggest a serving, and it might be less than what you normally eat. Like the Lay's potato chips. Can I borrow this for a second? On the Lay's potato chips up here, it tells you that the serving size is 1 ounce, and so there's 3 servings in this bag. Do we usually eat this whole bag?
Yes.
If I bought this bag, I'd be eating the whole bag. Okay, just to be honest.
I thought you'd be eating 3.
Oh yeah, right. I only eat 3 chips, that's right. No, I would probably eat the whole bag by the time I was done with it. Might not be right away, but over the day, I'd eat this whole bag of chips. And so when we're looking at the servings, we have to consider how many servings are in the bag. Do we eat that whole amount, or do we just eat part of that amount? Maybe we only eat half of it. Or maybe we eat all of it, which means, let's look at the cookies. This would be funny. I know nobody's going to eat this whole thing of Oreo cookies in one sitting.
I did write down that they would want more than 3 cookies.
Right. Now the serving is 3 cookies. A lot of people will eat more than 3 cookies at one time. They might eat 6. So then they're eating 2 servings instead of 1. What that means is, if you're going to eat that whole bag of chips, you have to multiply everything on there by 3, because the amounts that they give you are the amounts for 1 serving. So you eat that whole bag of fruit snacks, that's one serving. All the information on there is gonna be right for that one bag of chips. But if we ate that whole bag of Fritos or this whole, chips, or if we ate the whole bag of Cheetos, we gotta multiply everything by 3 because there's 3 servings in both of those. Yours,
one serving.
you'd have to cut in half.
What?
Up here, at the top, it says serving size is 1 package. So then all of these numbers that they give you, 11 grams of fat, or 0
that's in one bag.
cholesterol, that's what's in this one bag.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly right,
Yeah, okay,
yes.
now I understand.
And so, I'm sorry, I wasn't too clear on that.
Question.
Uh-huh.
So we write the amount of grams, so we write the total fat for the whole entire package?
You write the total fat that gives you, which would be 7 grams, but that's 1 serving.
So I have
Okay.
to write,
Well, that's what
All
I'm asking,
serving?
what's in 1 serving,
oh,
okay?
that gives me sense.
Well, it says, because it says the second one is entire package, so yes. It would be, this entire package would give you 29 grams of fat. You were right. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you actually
Sugar's
want to write.
same way.
You know, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna write 11
Total
That's the
sugar,
one serving.
and down here it gives you sugars, 1 and 2, so it's 2 grams.
It's 2 grams,
of sugar.
yeah.
Exactly. And then the sodium is up here, it's either 170, but if you eat the whole
It's
thing,
460.
460, exactly. Okay? So you got yours, right? It's really hard to see. Right.
Yeah, because it's 3.5. So there'd be 33 grams of fat in 3 servings, but there's 3.5. We got a
So
little
the whole
extra to that. So
package
it's 38 and point
Might be 1 serving,
About 30. About
or the
38.
whole package could be 3 servings like this.
Yeah, ours is 3.5.
Okay, which makes it more complicated.
I got out my
You can just
calculator
do
for
the 3
ease.
times, it's okay.
Yes, you did.
Because who's gonna take out 3 and 3 and 3? Okay, and you get the half, you know?
Yeah, I handled the half.
Yeah. All right, so are you understanding?
So the serving thing again. So
Yeah. So in the top, we've got the servings per container is 3.5. So the question is, do you usually eat the amount that's shown as 1 serving, or do you eat more, or do you eat less? So, yeah, if we ate 1 serving, we'd be eating about 1/3 of this bag. But normally, if we get a bag like this, we're gonna sit down and eat the entire
Now,
bag.
right here, now say right there, they say total fat, that's total,
Per
fat per serving.
serving. So we would have to multiply it by 3. Yeah, because that's what's in the whole bag.
She got that, all right.
it's messed up actually how they do that.
That is
No,
messed up.
I think they're sneaky.
Well, they're changing that
They're being sneaky.
with the new nutrition facts label. The new nutrition facts label is scheduled to come out next spring. Anytime from now, it has to be out in the spring of next year. And so with the new facts label, and that's the one that's on your paper here, it makes the number of calories, oh no, it's not the one on your paper, never mind. But it will make the number of calories real big.
Look,
Okay, yeah.
Ashley's already got the new one.
Yes.
Sort of.
Okay, so the Fritos, or the Cheeto bag has the new facts label. So you see how big it tells you the number of calories, but again, that's for 1 serving.
Yeah, they made the serving size
Yeah.
smaller.
So each serving is nice and big, but now if we eat this whole package of Cheetos, it's gonna be 3 times 170 calories. In other words, what's that, 3 times 51, 510. 510 calories in this whole package. And for people who are only supposed to get about 2,000 calories a day, that's kind of a lot. That's 1/4 of your calorie allotment for the whole day coming from 1 bag of
How do
That has
stuff?
no nutrients. See that?
It
Like
has
zero,
zero
zero,
nutrients,
zero.
yeah.
I just gotta answer a question.
Uh-huh.
How do they stuff so many calories in that one little bag?
Well, it's the amount of fat that's in the food. Mainly, it's the amount of fat that's in the food.
Yeah.
So for those, because it doesn't really have much in the way of, it has some protein, which would give calories, and it has some sugar, which would also give calories. So remember, calories only come from fat and sugar and carbohydrates. Okay. All right, so another question that it has on here was if you ate one serving, how many calories would you get? And that's what's on the label, it tells you. But if you ate the whole package, or if you ate 2 servings, how many calories would you get? So for you, you would get, you'd eat the whole, let's pretend you're gonna eat the whole package, then you would get 210 calories. But if you ate 2 packs, like my son, you'd get 420
Right,
calories.
okay.
Got it?
These are some pretty high calories.
Yeah, that is high in calories. If you ate the whole package, look at the amount of fat that's in a serving, and then multiply that by the servings in the package. So for you, the fat that you're going to get from this is 11 grams. Okay?
Okay.
11 grams is not huge, but it's also not low.
Oh, okay.
You want to try to keep the grams of fat for a snack under about 8 grams for a snack, and even lower than that is better.
Okay.
Once you get above 10, you're getting in scary territory, and when you're above 20 for
Really up
something
there.
like that, then it's really, really unhealthy. Exactly.
Oh.
So if we have 2 servings of
So on here, if you ate, okay, for this.
Hey, we're as far as like 230 calories.
See, now the 200.
You know what you got talking? He said 200 something. Yeah. No, look at
Oh, but this is asking for calories.
Oh, but this is technically
Yeah.
2 to go.
So if you ate the whole package, how much fat would you get? And that would be the 20 number. Yeah, 20, you're right. Yeah. Well, the calories, okay, if you ate 1 serving, so that'd be what's up here, servings per protein of 3, and that means the calories would be 160. If you just did 1 serving. But then if you didn't, then it wouldn't be. So if you ate 2.
Hey, guess what? We went with the same answer.
We did.
And we also said the same exact words. Quick and easy.
Oh, how funny is that?
I said it is. Did you say it is or it is?
I skipped that altogether.
What healthy food could you eat instead?
Oh, is that the next question?
She's not joking.
I didn't even read that. Well, that's that easy
Because
to
you weren't
open
worried
up.
about it?
You know, as far as a snack that is as easy to eat as that bag of chips, I don't think there is one.
Sure is. You could grab her cauliflower and eat that.
I have to wash it and cut it. Like difference, that's the
You have to
difference.
get the bag out and open it.
Yeah, but I can do that in the car. Maybe if I put a little sink in my car.
Okay, see, to me, it's like, that's just as easy. But I work within the kitchen. It's John was saying. No, John was telling you. You said, oh my God, these garnishes, that would have taken
Yeah.
forever. And he goes, oh, and it does, I'm like, you know, I got it all. I work quick.
Why did he like a long time?
I had about every little color. I don't.
So, hopefully, you're a little more familiar with the reading the label. The label can be kind of tricky. A lot of people don't really realize that if they eat that whole bag, they're not just getting 200 calories, they might be getting 600 calories. Or if they eat just half a bag, then they're only getting half the calories, which is great. But we do have to start thinking about the foods that we're eating. Now, one of the snacks that we had, the fruit snacks, had really good amount of vitamin C in it for that little pack. It had 100% of the vitamin C that you need each day in these little fruit snacks.
But there's one problem with that.
What
That means
is
you can't have any other vitamin C.
You can, because vitamin C is what they call a water-soluble vitamin, which means it'll wash out of your system. So a little more vitamin C is okay. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to like eat 12 packages of that because they are very high in sugar.
Yeah,
and so we do need to be careful, even though they do have vitamin C and they have vitamin A and vitamin E, and over 20% of each of those.
Those must be fortified.
They are fortified, exactly right. Because if you read the nutrition or the ingredient list, they don't have like fruit as the first the first ingredient.
It's
And
basically
so,
a
These golden Oreos have
Well, what is
something
the
in them
sugar
that
on
is
that
really
pack?
weird.
11 grams of sugar in one little pack, yeah. So they are high in sugar, yes, yes. What about the Oreos, honey? I'm sorry.
They have no natural ingredients in it. It says on the, I had to say no, and it said, look at the ingredients list. Does your snack contain any whole grains, fruits, or vegetables? I looked at it and I was like, let me see. Unbleached, enriched flour.
That's not a whole grain, no.
Oh yeah, enriched. Wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, tahine, monotrate. That's all what's in that.
So the wheat flour is, well, not necessarily. It's not whole wheat.
It's just
It's wheat flour, but it's not whole. It does need to say whole in order for it to have whole grains in it. So
Well, it has
another
canola.
kind of tricky thing.
Has canola and or palm oil.
Okay, yeah, lots of oil, lots of sugar, lots
High
of
fructose corn syrup.
which is
there you
sugar. Yeah.
Salt, baking soda, soy, lecithin, artificial flavor, and natural
Okay,
flavor.
good. All right.
Good
So was any of that?
So give me a reason why people might eat some of
No.
these foods. Why would they want to choose the Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Take a look.
A quick snack.
It is a quick snack.
All right.
And what are you are you thinking about? Ooh, I want to eat something spicy or salty or crunchy or sweet. You choose a candy bar because you're looking for something sweet. That would be my thought anyway. Okay? You choose Cheetos because maybe you're looking for cheesy and crunchy, maybe salty. Yeah. And chips. Salt, much salt, that's right. And I love chips, I love them. But yeah, the sodium is one of the things that helps me stay away from it because they are very salty. What about the fruit snacks? What do you think people would want to eat the fruit snacks? Okay, now are you
Sugar.
really thinking, I need some vitamin C, I think I'll
Sweet,
grab a fruit
sugar.
snack. Probably not. More than likely we're thinking, oh, I'd like something sweet and kind of juicy and chewy, so I'm going to get the fruit snack.
In a package.
So we don't necessarily, sometimes we do think about what's in the food that's going to help our bodies
Or
or,
healthier.
right. But sometimes we think about, I'm hungry, I want something fast, let me grab it. Or we're thinking about, oh, I really want something salty right now, or oh, I could go for something kind of crunchy or spicy or whatever.
A lemon.
A lemon would do it, that's right. It would be nice and sour, and so it would give you that kind of zing in your mouth. That's true. So you could eat a lemon instead. And that's what we're going to talk about last, finally.
That was quite surprising. The answer.
One of
wasn't
the
it?
snacks that we're going to be making today is jicama, right over here, with lime juice and chili powder. Now, some people might say, oh gosh, that's gross, but actually,
It's really good.
it's really kind of good. It's crunchy, and it's a little spicy. And it has a zing because of the lime juice that we're gonna squeeze on it. And so, jicama would be, with the lime and chili, is a great replacement for flaming hot Cheetos. Another snack that we're gonna make today is a banana pop. You take a banana, you cut it in half, you put some honey on it, you roll it in granola.
Oh, I'm gonna be making that
You
one.
put a little, okay, you put a little stick in the end of it so that it's like a popsicle or a lollipop, and you eat it that way. So it's kind of fun to eat it that way. It's pretty simple, doesn't take a lot of time, but it gives you that sweet flavor. The granola kind of gives you a little crunch with it, and so it kind of takes the place of those crunchy things that we might want to eat. The other one that we're going to have is the trail mix. And this is a really basic trail mix. You can really make a trail mix any way you want to. You know, you don't have to use any particular ingredients. The idea of a trail mix is to use things that don't need to be refrigerated, because you're going to take it out on a hike on the trail, and you want it to be lightweight and whatever. So we're using Cheerios, something we have in the house, some raisins. You have dried raisins. You could use regular raisins, yogurt-covered raisins, whatever you'd like there.
What is a
We're
dried
going to
raisin?
use sunflower seeds. Most people would use nuts, but I'm always concerned about allergies and that kind of thing, so I just brought sunflower seeds instead of and because it's a source of protein that we can use. And this goes over there. And then we're
I
also
thought that was
adding some little pretzels to it. So, and like I said, you could add more fruit. You could add more dried fruit, maybe, you know, dried pineapple, dried apricots, any of that type of thing that you might like. And then when you eat it, you just grab a handful and eat it. It gives you all kinds of different flavors. It gives you the little bit of salty, it gives you the crunchy, it gives you the sweet with the fruits. And so it's a great replacement for any number of things. And then the final snack that I'm going to show you up here is something you might want to do with kids or with grandkids, just something kind of fun. We're going to make faces out of fruits and vegetables. So I know I'm weird, but
Oh, I like the idea.
you might be able to tell I work with kids a lot. So anyway, we're going to take our plate. We're going to start with a pineapple ring. Let me wash my hands first before I do this, so I'm not grossing you out. But, clean up so that there's no germs, germs on our food. So we're going to start with a pineapple ring. That's our face. Okay? And then we're going to put a little cherry tomato, or grape, this is a grape tomato, in the middle of the face, because that's his nose. All right. Then we're going to take a green pepper, and I'm going to cut it into rings. And I'll take a half of a ring, and that's his mouth. He's happy. He's smiling. So you can kind of see.
Oh, I can see it.
How it is so far, okay? Now, we need eyes, and I was just gonna use the raisins, which I put over here. So let me just grab a handful of raisins for his eyes. I'm sorry, I'm not the best person to film.
You move a lot.
Move around a lot, I'm afraid, yeah. So, we're going to take the raisins and give him a couple of eyes.
Just two, huh?
You could give him raisin hair if you wanted to.
Well, I'm going to be doing
Raisin
that.
hair, yeah. And then we're also going to give him, now these can be either ears or eyebrows. But these are Mandarin oranges. And mine are going to be eyebrows. but I know that the kids at school like to give him Mandarin orange ears all the time, so we can do that. One of the schools that I was at this past year was Fitzgerald, just down the street, so that was fun. All right, and then finally, I've got some cauliflower that I'm going to cut. And I'm going to give him a cauliflower hat, so he looks like a chef.
Oh, that's really good.
That's
Okay,
his
this I
chef.
can
So that's just one idea.
That's very cute. Oh,
Oh, look, Nathan.
That
Just
is
kinda-
so hilarious.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Cute.
So this is our little chef guy, as you can see.
That is hilarious.
And I want you also to notice the different colors. I tried to use different colors of fruits and vegetables because the different colors that we use or that we eat all give us something different. Fruits and vegetables that are blue or purple will help our memories. The green help, well, all of them really fight off diseases. Some help our eyes. Some the white and brownish, like our cauliflower here. Those are helpful for our immune system. So there are a lot of different colors, and I like to use a lot of different colors when we're talking about fruits and vegetables. So that's why our chef here has one of each color group. That's why. All right. So anyway, are there questions so far? Are there any more questions about the label? Because I know we didn't spend a lot of time on the label. Anything there? Okay, if you
Do we
do
turn
have
them in?
questions, please just ask, because I'm more than happy to answer.
Do we turn them in?
No, you're going to keep them, honey. You don't
Oh,
have
okay.
to turn them in. All right, so we're going to have a couple of people work on making the jicama. We're going to have a couple people work on making the banana pops. And then we'll have a couple people work on making trail mix. The recipes are at each station, so you can kind of choose whichever one you'd like to work on and help each other out with it. And then everybody can come up and either make a chef face or some face that they like, or just take some of the fruits and vegetables that are up on the front. However you'd like to do it. So, okay, you guys are going to do the jicama? Work on the jicama? Okay, great. I already know it's
Dice stuff then?
well, it's not already diced.
They did all-
And I can dice it if you'd like, or cut it into the strips that you would grab. Would you rather I did that? I can cut it?
Cut it.
No problem. I already peeled it. I
Oh,
peeled it
okay.
at home, because I didn't want to be bothered with that. It takes forever. We'll just cut it into strips like that. And then you can put them out on your tray here. Do you want to do this part, the strips?
I can do that.
Okay. And then just put them out. Then you can cut your line in half, squeeze it all over it, and then you've got your chili powder to sprinkle on. Okay? All right. So you can, you can put your honey on here or your granola on here actually. You can make them all or only part of them, however you would rather do it. But the recipe is right here. So you just take your banana, you peel it, you cut it in half with your butter knife. You shove your little sticks in there. It's easier to put in the sticks before you add the honey into the granola, because it helps you hold them then. Okay?
How much is the serve? How much is it?
All right. Now the recipe, because I thought there would be more people here. But it's really very simple, isn't it?
So how much you put in the bag?
Why don't you just split it up so everybody gets some? You know, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
When you're doing dried fruit and nuts, you kind of go like a quarter to a third since we added some oats and stuff in.
But we going on a trail. We gonna just take a.
Then you get
When you go on a trail, you can take a couple because you want to have a.
Well, so we'll make all the bags and then we'll fill
Especially
them up
depending
again.
on how long you're hiking. Let's say you're going on a 3-hour hike, you might want to take 4 servings.
Okay. That's okay. More, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
What's that in that bag?
Yes. Those are
We
crazy.
can make Barbara her own gluten-free one too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna make you one, Barbara, next.
Because you know, I can't have
And we
this.
won't
And have now these should be gluten-free, they're oats.
The
Are they
oats
not?
are. No, they are.
They are.
Pretzels
Yeah.
are.
The pretzels are not, that's right.
Johnny, you're gonna be the bag sealer.
And they call me, they're like the last person to see, they call me the Undertaker.
Oh, and I should cut this up so people have something to use if they want to.
You think I'm the one gonna steal it? I'm the Undertaker.
If you stack them on top of each other, you won't get all the chili sauce on all of it.
The long way.
Spit it out.
We should go the long way.
That's what they got right here.
Well, you know, I did it before.
Yeah, and then everybody can take back in the extra bag. 2.5 cups of honey, and I don't have
What they got right here.
Now,
Now,
you got this cut?